Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to another video on Hades Beer Corner. In this video, like in the previous one last week, I have this cute little plushy ubu cat or whatever it is. It's cute, it's soft, it's cuddly, etc., etc. Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel and check the links in the description box down below for my more playlists, more links, PayPal, Patreon, etc., etc. Go figure it out. Check it yourself. So today in this video we have another barrel-aged beer video. This time it's from a very highly reputable Estonian brewery, Põhjala, and their cellar series. As I said last time, even though it has a crown cork, it's been the cellar series beers and barrel-aged beers in general. The crown cork is typically sealed with wax because even though you might think that the crown cork is airtight, but it isn't. There is still some oxygen and air going in, zipping into the bottle if it's under the seams of the normal crown cork, and therefore these are sealed with sealing wax, which is something akin to what you see with people sealing their letters with wax. They drop hot wax on it and then press their insignia on the wax. It's something akin to that. And of course you can then tell if it has been tampered with. So the beer is XO from Põhjala. Is one of their classic beers, and this cellar series XO is a as it says on the label, cognac barrel-aged Imperial Baltic Porter, a special version of which means night in Estonian, aged in cognac barrels. So I explained in the last week in the video what beer being barrel aged means, but I will do so again, just for being thorough. So besides the average beers you get from your supermarkets and liquor stores, there are beers that have been aged for several years. BA, or not British Airways, but barrel aging beer, or BA beer, it means that the beer has been aged in wine, red wine like Bordeaux, red wine casks, or whiskey, bourbon, cognac, or sherry casks, and it gives the beer for several years after the actual brewing process is finished. For example, beers like the one we have today, it has been aged in cognac barrels, and the beer that I talked about a few videos ago, that had been aged in Bordeaux Bordeaux red wine barrels, The beer in that particular beer comes in contact with bacteria like lactobacillus and pediococcus bacteria, which aren't killed off by the high alcohol level, like with bourbon and wild Brettanomyces yeast, which are essential for creating many sour beer styles of the Belgian sour ale traditions, like Kriek, for example. In this case, as I said, it's been in XO barrel cognac barrels where this aging happens. As stated previously, this is an Imperial Baltic Porter, which is a close relative of Porter, which originated in London, England, in the early 1720s. But it's still quite different. Porter quickly became popular in London, especially with porters or the dock workers, hence the name. And it has a strong flavor. It takes longer to spoil than other beers and was, well, at least was at the time, significantly cheaper than other beers and was not easily affected by heat. And it's which because it's a warm or bottom fermented beer. And the Baltic Porter is again the type, the variant that was brewed in the Baltics, and it's called the lager of porters because that is top fermented or cold fermented, in other words, and that has to do with the cold temperatures in the Baltics and up in the Nordics, where it's brewed the most, and it's easiest to make it cold fermented rather than bottom fermented. Also, Imperial Porter is a stronger, heavier variant of porter, and it's high in alcohol, fuller texture, and then there is the Imperial Baltic Porter, which is then the sort of Baltic variation, the lager variant of that. Then again. Again, the barrel aged beer is to be served from this special round, round bottom, round bottomed glass. This is from a special glass for Põhjala, X series. I've tasted the X, and then now this is XO. The X is the 10th anniversary of the beer. So this is Põhjala XO cognac barrel aged Imperial Baltic Porter. Painfully expensive in Finland, and it's 11.5% ABV or alcohol by volume. Now, I removed, this is part of the wax sealing that I took off, and there's some left there to prove, yes, it's from there. Okay, it's very fruity. Sweet, caramelish. Very Baltic Porter. Very typical. The taste is very typical for Baltic Porter. For a typical Baltic Porter, with the exception, of course, is the aftertaste, or the odor, the smell, the fruity smell of cognac in this beer. It's excellent. I say nine and a half. And a correction to the previous last week's video on the Spanish or the Basque video. I will downgrade it from 9 to 7.5. I changed my mind, and I after having finished the glass, and I didn't feel like recording the bit again. But that is how it is with XO from Põhjala, a very fine Estonian brewery. If you've made it so far, thank you very, very much. I'm glad you watched until the end. Check the links in the description box: PayPal, Patreon, Discord, playlists, all the shizzle is down there. And I have my Ubu cat here, as I had in the beginning and in the video last week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.